How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to our second math lesson. And this one's going to be run the same way the other one was, where you need something to write on and something to write with. So if you don't have that, please pause the video and go grab that now. And then we're going to start with our warm-up problem, and we're going to do our application problem. So I'm going to read this a couple times, give you a little bit of time to do your work, and then I'm going to walk through it together with all of us. So let me read the problem for us. It says, Emmy wants to make her train of 8 linking cubes into a train of 17 cubes. How many cubes does Emmy need? All right, so she has 8 linking cubes. She wants to make it into 17 cubes. I want you to come up with a number sentence, fill in the blank in this number sentence, and tell me how many cubes she needs to add on to her 8 so that she ends up with 17. Go ahead and take about 20 seconds to work on that now. Take about 5 more seconds. All right, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so the way I see this is we have this 8 down here because that's what she starts with. It says she already has 8 linking cubes together. So that's shown right here in our yellow cubes. So that's what she's starting with. Then we need to add a certain amount. Now I haven't counted these yet because they've supplied these blue cubes for us, but I haven't counted them. But I know that when they're added onto these 8 yellow cubes, we're going to have 17 cubes total. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to count from 8 all the way up to 17, and I'm going to put a finger up each time I say a new number. And at the end, I'll count how many fingers I have up, and that must be how many blocks she has to make 17. So I'm going to put 8 in my head. Now do this with me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And that's where I stop because I just said 17. Now I look at my fingers. I have 5 over here, then 6, 7, 8, 9. So I had 9 fingers up. So that must mean there's 9 blue ones. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. So 8 yellow plus those 9 blue cubes makes 17 total. Awesome. All right. If you have anything written down, make sure you have a nice clean spot in your paper to move on. So now we're going to jump into our lesson. And our lesson today is working with tens like we have before. And we are going to be focusing on adding either our ones digits together or our tens digits together. Whichever one will help us solve a problem faster. So I'm going to give you a problem now. And I want you to take some time and solve 16 plus 2. All right, write that number sentence down. You can use this picture over here that we have on the slideshow to help you solve this problem. Go ahead and take about 15 seconds. All right, take about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Now, 16 plus 2. This one we can count on easy, but I don't want to just count on this way. That's too easy for us. I want to do it another way that might seem longer now, but once you get really good at it, it's going to help you solve problems very quickly. So over here in our picture, we have our 16 with our 110 and then our 6 circles. Then we have our plus 2 shown with the 2 x's. And I have it written out right here. So if we were to count on, we would have 16, 17, 18, counting on those other 2. So we would have 16 plus 2 equals 18. Excuse me. Now, I want you to try and solve this one. 16 plus 20. This one's going to be a little bit tougher because you're adding 2 numbers together that both have groups of 10s in it. So go ahead and take about 20 seconds. Again, you can use this picture to help. to solve 16 plus 20. All right, take about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and all right, now I'm going to walk through it. Now for me, I see that in this picture we have my 110 and 6 ones to equal that 16, and then the 2 extra 10s right here. These are the 2 extra 10s that were just added on from the last picture. So we have, I'm just going to count my 10s and then count my 1s. I have 1, 2, 3 10s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1s. So 16 plus 20 equals 36. Because if you look on my board, like I said, we have 3 10s and 6 1s. Now that one might have been a little tougher to count on if you were to do it that way, because you would have to count on either by 20 or count on 16. And either one of those is big. You could have used this number or the picture here to help, and that's how I did it. What I want to do now is I want to take a second and work through these problems in a different way. So I want you to make your board look like the screen right now, where there says 16 plus 2 equals 18 and that number bond underneath it. Take 10 seconds, do that quickly. I'm going to do that right now. Get my eraser. All right, I have written on my board, need the number bond in there. Now, I want to break apart my 16 because I want to work on with a 10 plus number sentence. So right now I don't have a solid 10, and that's what I want to get, and that's what I'm going to take out of the 16 because I can't take a 10 out of the 2. I don't have 10 to take. So I'm going to split my 16 into 10 because I'm taking that 110 from right here. If you're looking on the screen on the slideshow, there's 110 in the number 16. And then there's 6 1s. So I'm going to write a 6 down here because 10 plus 6 equals 16. Now, I don't have a group of 16 anymore. I just split it up. So I'm going to cross 16 out because now it's 2 groups, one of 10 and one of 6. So my 16's gone. Now I have to think, do I have a set of 1s or a set of 10s? Here's a 10. And I don't have another 10 to add to it, but I do have two separate sets of 1s. I have 6 1s right here and 2 1s right here. So I'm going to add those together. Now I'm going to circle them just so we can see that we're adding these together. You can do so as well if you want. You don't have to. But I'm going to do that 6 plus 2. And to get 6 plus 2, I know 6, 7, 8. I know that's 8, so I'm going to write that down here. Now I don't have my 6 and 2 anymore because I just combined them into my 8. I'm going to slide my 10 down because I still have that group of 10. Now I'm going to slide down my addition sign. So now I have 10 plus 8. And we all know our tens facts really well, and I know that 10 plus 8 equals 18. So I got the same answer. So we have 6 plus 2. We're adding our 1s together. So we can look at it this way. Write it out just how it is on the screen, and it equals 8. And then we're taking that 8 and sliding it down and adding it to our 10 because that's still the group that we have to add to. So we have 10 plus 8 equals 18. Now when I have you do your assessment problems at the end of this lesson, this is exactly what I want your work to look like. I want to see the number sentence, I want to see the number bond with what you split it up into, and then the 2 number sentences that you use to find the answer. Okay? So this problem we worked by solving it by adding the 1s together first. We added the 6 1s plus the 2 1s and got the 8. And then we had this 10 plus our 8 to equal the 18. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So take some time to find a blank space on your piece of paper or erase your whiteboard and make your paper look like the screen. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have 16 plus 20 equals 36, because we already solved this problem. And remember, I'm not always worried about what the answer is, but more importantly on how we get to the answer. Okay, take a couple seconds. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So this time I'm going to break up the 16 again, because I know I can break it up into an even 10. I already did it, and I see 110 right here. So I'm going to break it up the same way, 10 and 6. Now remember, I've taken my group of 16 and I've split it up into two different groups. So I don't have a group of 16 anymore. So I'm going to cross that out. You should too, because that just tells me I'm not even using that number anymore. It's crossed out. I don't have that group anymore. So now I have 10 plus 6 plus 2 plus 20. I'm sorry, this time we're adding 20. So now I need to think again, am I going to be adding 10s or am I going to be adding 1s first right now? And I see I have two groups that are groups of 10. And over here I only have one set of 1s. I don't have anything I could add that 6 to right now. So I'm going to add my 10 and my 20 first. So I have one group of 10 plus two groups of 10 must equal 3 groups of 10, because I know 1 plus 2 equals 3. So if I have 3 groups of 10 and no 1s, I must have 30. So now I've combined my 10 and my 20 to make 30. And all I have left is my extra 1s. So I'm going to drop down my addition sign, and I'm going to slide my 6 down to here. So now I have 30 plus 6. And 30 plus 6 equals 36. And if you look on the slideshow, we see the same thing. We see they take the 10s first to add them. 10 plus 20 equals 30. And then we have 30 that we took from up here, our answer, and added the 6 extra ones that we have left to get 36. So on this problem, we are adding the 10s first, since both numbers had at least one group of 10s. We added the 1 10 plus the 2 10s equals the 3 10s. And then we added the 6 1s plus no other ones from the 20 to still equal 6. And that equals 36. Okay. That is the end of our short lesson. You are going to have a problem where it is just a quick number sentence, just like the 16 plus 20 up here. I want to see, again, your number bond, that you are what you are splitting that number into, what two groups you're splitting it into. And then I want to see these two number sentences that you use to solve that problem. Okay? And when you do that, take a picture of it, send it to me, and I'd love to see your work. Good luck, guys, and have a good rest of your day.